my brothers, my sisters, my kinfolk, my nieces, what it do, y'all? Boy, back at you again. Dropping another one. This is episode number 3. This one, I'm about to talk about relationships in this one, but before I even get going, it's Tuesday. Y'all gotta forgive me, I just ate a couple of fruit. I thought it'd be rude for me to eat fruit and do this video at the same time. But it's Tuesday, Mars Day. So I give thanks to the planet Mars and the gods and goddesses of Mars for that passion, that desire, that war mentality. I say. Amen. Relationships. I could have went in so many different directions with this one. And then, to be honest with you, I think this might be like the 10th time we're recording. But, and then the last one I had to remind myself, it's all about me. And not trying to sound selfish, but that's the whole point of the Real Talk series. I come up with a topic and I talk about how it affects me. So, relationships. It's about to be a good one. Family. Let me start by saying this. I have a passion for driving. I always love to hit the road. I always love to go to different cities and states just to see how people live. And I mean, it's the same slang, same bullshit. Just comes out differently. So I have a passion for driving. But besides me having a passion for driving, I do this for my family. All of the hard work that I've been putting in and busting my ass, blood, sweat, and tears, all of this is for my family and also for the future, our future family and whatnot. I'm thinking more on the lines of my grandkids' kids. That's how I'm thinking. So everything that I'm doing right now is for my family. And right now, with everything that's going on in the world, I have already been about my family before all this shit has popped off. But it's like now it's popped off, it kind of enhanced it even more to family. You know, spend more time with my family. So I love them. The good and the bad. Money. Can I be honest with y'all? When I got going in this industry, I have prayed and asked the good Lord, God, Creator, the Almighty, whatever you want to call him or her. But I asked if, not even if, but open up doors in this industry where I can bring in the same amount of money that I was generating when I was ripping and running in the streets. I was hustling. And honestly, I have. Now, a lot of people assume that I bring in $2 million every week. That ain't fucking true. That ain't true whatsoever. I don't. I bring in a nice, decent amount of money. I'm not complaining. But y'all have to understand, I've been out here paying my dues. I've been out here busting my ass. So I earned, and I also demand the amount of money that I'm pulling in. in spring, I'm going to be taking it to that next level, because be making more money than what I'm making and seeing right now. Though it's not really true. You know, all truck drivers don't bring in no $2 million every fucking week. That ain't true. I know I don't. And then also to add to the money part, I see a lot of young men getting involved in this industry. They was not in relationships before they got in, but now all of a sudden they're in a relationship. Now I have to question all of this shit. Is she only with him because of the money? Sex. Okay. I'm not about to talk about my wife and our sex life. Big bro gave me permission last week. One of my big brothers gave me permission last week. And he said, yeah, man. He said, you can talk about it. So I got permission. A friend, a brother of mine, he's been married for 20 years. 3 kids. He's a driver. He's a what I would consider and call a regional over-the-road driver. Bro stays out on the road between two. Well, at one point in time, he was staying out on the road between 2 and 3 months at a time. And every time that he would
to the highlighted route,
he would come home. Okay. It never was any love and affection coming from his wife. And bro said he's tired of this shit. You know, at one point in time, she was showing him love and affection. But recently, within like years, I can't even say recently, but I'm just going to say probably within the last 5 years, she's been on some other shit with bro. And he has not stepped outside their marriage. He's respected the vows and whatnot. And one thing that he said to me, which is true, we build up so much energy, men. Y'all women do too, but we build up so much energy, we have to release that shit. You know, one of my outlets, I used to go to the gun range all the time and take all of my frustrations out on the gun range. But it's a difference between taking out your frustrations on a target versus your wife, in a good way. In a good way. And it's same thing when it comes to y'all women. You know, y'all see y'all man, y'all want to fuck the shit out of them. Love them. It's the same thing. And bro, he said, fam, I'm just so sick and tired. When I come in from work, I might have been on the road a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. He was like, she don't even tell me she loved me when I come through the door. And how was your day? You know, the thing that y'all got to realize, driving a semi, I mean, I ain't gonna say it's easy. It can become complicated at sometimes. And then also, it can be very fun also. But it's a dangerous job. It's a real dangerous job. You know, we have a responsibility of this truck, trailer, and a load. A lot of times we be heavy as hell, and we be coming down mountains and steep ass hills. Some drivers was able to stop or slow down. Other drivers was not. Some drivers didn't make it. You know, so that love and affection kicks in when that man or that woman comes in from working and busting their ass. They want some sex. We got to deal with four-wheelers and being frustrated, sitting at shippers and receivers. Like, I'm sitting at a shipper right now. I'm not frustrated. I can be, though. But I think you catch on. You know, so that's the big one right there. The sex part. That's a big one. It's a big one. Another one's compromising. Do me and my wife agree with everything? Hell no. We don't agree. Now, I'm going to say this. And this is not to toot her horn or my horn. The both of us have previously been married before. Now, with that being said, we kind of got some experience in knowing how to compromise with a motherfucker and shit. Now, I'm not sitting up saying that works out for everybody, because I got an uncle. He been married 3 times. So I can't necessarily say that you previously been married, it'll work. No. It's an individual thing where a person has to be willing to compromise with that other individual. And that's something that I have personally been learning from her on. I have to compromise. And I've learned to disagree to agree. Agree to disagree, and then disagree to agree again. You know, I'm just learning. I'm learning a lot from her. I'm learning a whole lot from her. And I know she's learning a lot from me as well. Let's see, we got family. We talked about family. Talked about money. Talked about sex, compromising, communication. That's really what our relationship was built up on, was being able to communicate. If you cannot communicate, period, your relationship, friendship, that shit is not going to work. It's not going to work. In the beginning, I was not a big communicator. So I wasn't able to compromise with her on a lot of things, which then turned around and, I don't want to say led into sex issues, because the sex has been A1 from the get-go. But by me not being able to compromise, you know, it's certain things that she might want. My black ass, I ain't fucking compromising. And I shouldn't even say black ass, I'm saying my copper tone ass, I just want fucking compromising. And then, you know, me feeling the way that I felt, I'm getting all emotional and shit. You can't get none of my money. Then that leads to family problems. So you see how all this shit is playing out. But it just not giving me a red light. Communication. Me and her built, like I said, we built our relationship on communication. And it's working out. Now, this is really should have been number 1. But the way how this broke everything down a couple of minutes ago, you're going to see. Spirituality. Her and myself built our relationship on spirituality. Now, I'm going to be honest. And I'm about to put this up. I'm about to be very, very honest. the both of us have grew up in homes where you get up, you go to church on Sunday. Matter of fact, a Baptist church at that. You believe in Jesus Christ died on the cross. You believe that God is the ultimate, only one God, true living God. But before I keep going, I gotta say, it do say in the Bible, God said there are many gods. You know, so y'all know the scripture. Y'all know the passage. Y'all know the word. So, you know, we grew up in that kind of home. And wow, y'all gotta see what I'm looking at. The reefer unit guy. Guess he's coming to get loaded up with some of this product. And it looked like he had his reefer unit on, because it's like a little ice snow built up in the back of the trailer. But anyway, like I said, spirituality. Me and her, we built we come from that kind of home, that kind of environment. So, you know, when it came to, do you believe in God and this and that and this and that? Oh yeah. So we was able to click. Now, from that time leading up till now, yes, things have changed. I can't really say things have changed, but I have always questioned a lot of shit since I was young. She has done the same thing. So now this is how we get into the spirituality. I didn't know how to come out and kind of tell her I believe in God, but I believe that there is creator of the universe, a energy that created gods and goddesses, and we're part of that. So I ain't know how to come out and say that to her. She did not know how to come out and tell me her thing is astrology, stars, moons. So everything kind of worked itself out, and the closer and closer that her and myself had became as one, her spirituality and mine is coming out more and more. Where now we understand each other. Now I say all of that to say this. It don't matter if you believe you are a Christian, you a man and you a Christian, your wife is a Muslim, and your kids are Buddhists. If you and your wife can't come together spiritually and have some kind of spiritual connection, because that's the only thing it is. In other words, it's almost like you have the Atlantic Ocean and then you have the Pacific Ocean. Now, the Atlantic Ocean, the waves from that is like this, but then with the Pacific Ocean, the waves is like that. Now, them two body of waters can't come together like that. Because if them two body of waters come together like that, now you have a typhoon, you have a hurricane, some shit that's gonna fuck some shit up. So it ain't gonna happen. It's the same thing when it comes to your spirituality. And that's the thing that me and her understand, is our spirituality is everything. You not once you heard me say religion. Like I said, we grew up. I know personally, I've seen no good preachers take everybody's money, I got like a real funny story, but that's gonna have to be like for another video. It's a situation that happened with her where she felt a bad vibe come off of the pastor and whatnot. You know, so it's like her and myself have always questioned a lot. And we understand now that we are both on the same wave, same vibe, same vibration. She's on the same one that I'm on. Sometimes her vibration might be a little different from mine, which, now I gotta get the book, which leads to our communication being a little off that day. Then, if the communication is off, one of us ain't gonna fucking compromise with another. Then if the compromising ain't happening, well, the sex is still going on. I can't say that. Sex is still going on. If our communication, our compromising is all fucked up, we still fucking. Now, I can't say that for other couples. Different strokes for different folks. I'm getting better at not being on that bullshit when it comes to the money. And then I realize now, my kids, they don't got a goddamn thing to do with their mom and daddy not being on the same wavelength. That same vibration. So, I hope that these words were encouraging to you. That's one. Matter of fact, that's gonna be two. Number one is I thank you. I thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my copper tone ass. And I appreciate it. Had talking points, got straight to it, not a long ass video. So, I thank you, I appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful day. And peace, love, and happiness. And so go. Peace, y'all. I'm out. Holla.